everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
And today we're taking a look at a game called Captain Flip, which, gotta be honest, 2 months ago, didn't hear about it at all. But then it was nominated for the Spiel des Jahres.
That is the first I heard of it.
And so we immediately got it, because it sounded... So I heard the name and I was like, it's a dumb name, Captain Flip. I just thought it's like, nah.
It is from a new company, which I was excited about. Actually, I did hear about Play Punk. I think it's a company co-started by Antoine Boza, who I like as a designer. And it is a Paulo Mori co-designed this game, and I tend to like his designs. So, while I'm with you, I hadn't heard about it at all. I was optimistic.
Well, here's how it plays. In this game, each player gets a board. You're all going to play with the same boards. You're all playing with A, B, C, or D. Each board has different pictures on it, and they have different rules regarding the columns. So we'll just take a look at the basic one here. And players are also, there's a player aid, and unfortunately this game doesn't have enough for every player, but you put them around the table so you can look at them. So you know what the tiles you're pulling from the bag are. On the back of the player aid, it tells you the special rules for each of the 4 boards. On your turn, you're going to pull a tile from the tile bag, and you will see one side of it. It has another side, but you're going to have to choose which side to keep. Once you decide that you're going to keep it, you're basically putting it in the highest, basically dropping it into one of these columns. If I don't want this, I can flip it, but if I flip it, I have to keep the other side, which here is a parrot. Real quickly, you can see what they do. The first one I drew there was the swabby, which gives me coins at the end of the game if I have at least one in that many columns. A parrot lets me draw another tile, but it makes me lose a coin at the end of the game. Coins are victory points. Carpenters give you 3 points if there's no gunners in their row or column. Gunners give you 5, but if you have 3 or more gunners on your board, you'll lose the game. So you don't want to take too many of those. Monkeys take a coin, then you can flip an adjacent tile and do the new thing the tile has. So you can take a gunner for 5 coins and use a monkey to flip them. The cook gives you a coin for each character in the row. The navigator gives you 2 for each navigator on your board, or cartographer on your board. The cartographer lets you take the treasure map, which is worth 1 point at the end of your turn. You get a coin, and you take that. And then there is the lookout, which gives you 4 coins if there's nothing above it. Now, all the tiles in this game, I think there's 2 copies of every combination. So this is a parrot, but you're never quite sure what's on the other side. And here we have the same thing here, but different on this side. At the end of the game, you resolve any endgame scoring. If you fill up an entire column, there might be, like this one has a bonus of 5 coins if you fill that up. And like I said, there's different rules on some of these. The first person put a character in the top spaces here. Won't get any coins, but sometimes they'll get more coins. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most coins is the winner. Okay, I really, and again, maybe people have different opinions, I really like the art. I like the cartoony art. I like the fact that each ship had a very different look to it. You know, one is a pirate ship, then the other side is a kraken, and then the other side is a treasure island, and the other side is a raft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, and the different people actually get to the point, the art's good so that you flip a tile, you know what it is.
Yes.
Right, yes. Yeah, it is very simple in that, in what the tiles do, and you make those associations with their powers very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And to that end, I think you need to know that going in, that this is a very light game. Like, it is not quite float away light, but it is close.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say it's like a kid's game. It's just a very light game.
Yeah, but kids can play it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's definitely the target audience for the Spiel des Jahres, which is a family game. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about a family with young kids.
Yes.
And this is that kind of game. It's really fast. It's simple. Some of the ships are slightly more complicated, but not that much.
I like the decision points here are few. There's not that many things going on. But like some other great games I really enjoy, this is a game that when you read the rules or when you're presented the structure of the game, you go, that's it? Mm-hmm. I draw a tile and I place it, or I flip it and place it. woo! But the combinations of characters, the way they interact with one another, the things you don't think about before you play, like, yes, I pull a tile and I don't want this side. But the other side might be worse. I might flip it and go, I got the third of something which I didn't want, or the fourth of something which I didn't want. I like those little decisions that add up to an interesting game that develops from it. It's not revolutionary by any way, but it's a fun mix of spices that ends up giving you a whole meal and you enjoy that thing.
I disagree. I found it very flat. I think I read the rules and I was very much like, oh, interesting. This is going to have an interesting decision space of like, do I place this here or do I push my, like, oh, I got another, I think it's the pirate that you don't want to have them on the same rows or columns. It's like, oh, I expected attention to it, or interesting decisions coming from the powers, because it is so rules light. And what I found it was about halfway through the game, I kind of stopped caring. I was like, tile, sure, that can go there. Next. Tile, sure, that can go there. No, I don't like that. Oh, oops, hurt myself. And move on. I found it to be extremely flat and overstated its welcome.
10 minutes.
I know, it overstated its welcome, but about 5 minutes.
So I'm kind of in between. I liked it, and then I was thinking, ooh, let me think of 20 more powers I could put in this game. And then I had to kind of slap myself and say, that's not the way this game is.
Right.
This is a simple game. There only is, how many pirates are there? There's 9?
Yes,
Yeah.
9.
9 pirates.
And the treasure map.
And 4 maps, and honestly, the maps aren't that different. You know, so it's good for what it is. And I know that sounds almost like damning with faint praise, but I don't mean it to be that way. Just I like it. I don't love it because it's almost too light for me, but I can see myself giving this as a gift, teaching people and playing with it that way.
Yeah, it falls back into, we recently reviewed a game, and I think I said the same thing. This is one that I think is a perfect gift to give to somebody. I don't necessarily want to play it, but I could see it being like, oh, I think you'd enjoy this, and I could see that space for it.
I don't like this cookie. Have it.
Yeah, right. Ooh, you should try this. No, I could see it fitting in some families, non-gamers, just sitting beside, I don't want to say Monopoly, but, sitting beside very target audience non-gamers. I could see this fitting.
What would you give it?
I'm going to come in at a 5. I was, like I said, 10 minutes is a little bit too long for me. It doesn't fill 10 minutes satisfactorily. I think it does what it owns what it is, which is very light. It keeps it simple with the powers, so it's easy to understand. And so for that, it's like my personal enjoyment is definitely less than a 5, but I think that it does what it does well. It is just very much not for me and not entertaining.
On the other hand, I think if it was longer, I would dislike it. But as it is 20 minutes, which it is, it's very charming. It's simple. There's silly, like, flip this out, please be, don't be a parrot. Don't be the third gunner, whatever it is. I enjoy that for what it is. I think it works well for families. I give it a 7. It's a nice, solid, middleweight game that I'm okay with. I think if it does win the Spiel des Jahres, I think it will be one of the weaker winners in a sense, because I don't think people will talk about it years from now. I could be wrong on that, right? But it's a good, strong showing from this company too. And I could see this is a mass market aimed game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, this is one that if it was sold here in America, if it was sold at Target, and I'd be like, yes, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, even before it had Gloomhaven or anything like that, I think that's what it is. It feels instantly like that little Pop-It game, or like Sorry, like it fits right beside those to me.
And I would certainly recommend it also,
Yes.
If it was on those shelves. I'm going to come in slightly higher than you, 7.5 for me. Everything you said, I think, is right. This is a game that is 20 minutes, and I think those 20 minutes are just right. I know you're saying it overstates its welcome, but I find 9 special abilities plus the 2 or 3 on the board is almost 1 ability per minute. That's about right. They're quick things. Sure, you draw it and you go, ooh, okay, this guy wants to be next to this thing. Look at that. Next. That's good. It's like eating popcorn, this game, a little bit, and it fills those 20 minutes very well, in my opinion. It's quick, it's easy. There's a little variety there, a little replayability, but you don't need that much of it. This isn't going to come out all the time, I think. I enjoy it. The look, the vibrant nature of it, the entire thing is like pop soda. It's bubbly and cute and you maybe won't remember it in a couple of years, but that's not really its purpose, I think.
So it's both pop soda
And popcorn. It's terrible for your
Oh.
teeth, this game.
Well, there you go, folks. That's Captain Flip. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
I'd do a flip, but then I would die. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vessel.